In the final days of this campaign, many Canadians are taking the pledge to vote. It's a CBC News collaboration with Google to get people to publicly commit to casting their ballots. To explain, Natasha Fata joins me from CBC Toronto, where our special election coverage will be happening. Natasha.
Carol, so this project set up by CBC News and Google, it's a website, but it's also an educational tool. It's also a bit of motivation for the public to get involved in the upcoming election that's happening on Monday. Now, it's multifaceted. What you do is you go on the website, explain where you're from, put in your postal code so we can track where people are getting involved and they're interested. You just have to give your first name and then pick some of the issues that you might be interested in and your motivation for voting. And that comes from a drop-down menu. So you can choose the economy, the environment, taxes, or international affairs. And then if you'd like, there's about a 100-character limit, sort of like a tweet, where you can post in what's motivating you to vote. The other element is that they're pledging not only to vote themselves, but to make sure that they will bring at least one friend or family member, if not many more, to vote on Monday night. Now, we've been able to speak to a number of people right across the country who have already made the pledge to vote. Here's what they had to say.
I pledged to vote in Canada's election because I care about the future of the country for my grandchildren.
The government's priority should be the immediate resettlement of Syrian refugees to Canada.
Make sure we contribute militarily in the Middle East so refugees aren't forced to flee their regions.
I pledge to vote.
I pledge to vote.
I pledge to vote.
So Carol, if people at home are interested in participating in the Pledge to Vote campaign, you just go to the CBC News website and you can put in Pledge to Vote. It'll pop up. You can go through all of the very simple instructions. And also when you're posting images or articles on Facebook, Twitter, any form of social media, use the hashtag Pledge to Vote.
Yeah, and if the advance poll is any indication, people are really out in droves in a way that they haven't been before, up 71% over last time. And we're also seeing a lot of activity with vote companists and people using social media to inspire others to get the vote out.
That's right. More than 3 million people across Canada voted over the 4-day weekend, the Thanksgiving weekend, when there was advanced polling available. People could vote early. This is available during every federal election. But this year in particular, this time around, people really got motivated. As you said, 71% increase in the number of people getting out there to vote. Many of them showing a great deal of pride when they're doing so by taking these vote selfies. And they're posting them online. They're encouraging others to vote. Most of the selfies we've seen online have been from young people, but they're talking about the issues they're interested in, what environments they live in, what communities they live in. And because it was Thanksgiving weekend, you certainly got that tone of being thankful and having a great deal of gratitude to have the ability and the right and the freedom to vote. The other issue is on social media. If you haven't voted yet, you might notice on your Facebook feed a number of people have changed their profile pictures to have the words "I will vote" on October 19th scrolled across their face. So people are really making a very definitive declaration that they want to vote, that they're interested in politics, and then through our Pledge to Vote system, they're also saying they're going to bring their friends and family along for the ride.
Natasha, thank you.
You're welcome.